By the end of this video, you'll know if you should invest in Dan Lok's High Ticket Closer Certification Program or Jordan Belfort's Straight Line Persuasion Program. Very sleazy, pushy salesman, cult-like community, exactly of where they're at and where they want to be, and you're bridging that gap. And time for the juicy part. So this is a major factor that comes into play that really differentiate these two courses. I'm sure Jordan Belfort and Dan Lok don't need an introduction, especially if you clicked on this video. But if you're just now stumbling upon my video, my name is Carmen and I make sales and mindset videos for emotional overthinkers. So it's very nice to meet you. Just so you know what to expect on this video, I'm gonna give you a little background about me and why I decided to invest in these courses. But I'll also give you the similarities, differences. That way you can make the most informative, non-biased decision of which course is the best fit for you. I was in college when I stumbled upon self-development and also business. I really wanted to help my family, but also just have the financial confidence. I always had this vision in mind that I was going to be successful. So it was only right that I took the path to do it. I tried, that's not a good word. I tried to start my own businesses and it didn't work, failed at a lot of things, but that's life. I realized what was working and obviously what wasn't. It was I didn't have a skill. And I realized at the time I was very introverted and shy.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. It's Carmen. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, even with all the brain farts. Have a wonderful day. Spread love.
Naturally, I am very extroverted, but I was just very insecure at that time, just lacked a lot of self-confidence. Whatever I was talking about, it was more blabbing, nothing really persuasive or valuable. So I realized that's something I needed to change. And how I decided to change that, it's a super long story, but in short, I went into car sales. And if you knew me, you can watch some of my old videos and you're just like, car sales? Maybe you even see me now in car sales? But yes, I dove straight in the deep end and I got smothered.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
But you fall down and you get back up. There's a lot of people talking down on me because I'm just a little Asian girl, and a lot of times I did feel very discouraged, and what really helped me through it is having belief in what I was doing, and I got those from reading books, consuming content from YouTube, which is how I learned best, and just following all these sales people that are successful, such as Dan Lok, Cardone, and just marketers in general, observing people on the sales floor, asking a lot of questions, getting really resourceful, and just dropping my ego to really absorb all this in. Fast forward a year, I moved on from car sales to a marketing agency where I was cold calling. I also did Toastmasters, and I just did everything I can to really dive in the deep end just to learn this skill. And at that time, before deciding on these courses, I was debating between a few, okay? And at the time, I was a very sleazy, pushy salesman. I didn't care about the customer's needs. I remember stumbling upon a video for Dan Lok and how he handled the objection. I was like, whoa. It was so good, so smooth, not pushy at all, and it just felt like a natural conversation, which it really should be. I feel like sales has a stigma where you need to be pushy and all these things that you really don't need to be. So, long story short, little did I know, I thought this was just gonna be a little sales course, made me a better salesman or saleswoman. But you'll see what happened next. Of course, they're two different people and their personalities are totally different, but there are a lot of things that intertwine with each other. So I'll start off with the similarities and then I'll hop into the differences. Similarity between the two courses, it was nothing pushy, salesman. In fact, the first 2 weeks aren't even about sales. It's just about getting your mind right, your mindset, belief in what you do, and that is very powerful because when you're on a call or talking to anyone in general, they can feel your energy, but especially on a closing call, they can feel your intention and kind of where your mind is sitting on the call. Coming into this without any prior course experience, I just had the real world sales experience. It was very different, almost exactly opposite of what I knew, and I did have to unlearn a lot. So I would say the more sales experience you have, the more you'd have to unlearn. But it's not to say that what you learned or what you already know you can't bring in, but a lot of things are very opposite. And I'm just speaking on behalf of me. So I was used to being very pushy, but both these courses really teach you to get in the mind of your prospect, bring up their needs, and paint the vision exactly of where they're at and where they want to be, and you're bridging that gap. So that's exactly the goal and the purpose. This is hours and hours of time, so I can't just explain it in one video. So essentially, that's what the course teaches you how to do, but there's a lot of components and it goes very, very deep. For both these courses, what I learned about myself is to dig deeper, because if you don't dig deep with yourself, you're not gonna see it in someone else, their problem, and how to solve their needs. Both of these, they don't throw in just sales tactics and words, fill in the blanks you can use. It's a lot of mindset. It's how and why you say a certain thing to influence a certain action. They are both a week-by-week system teaching you how, even if you have no experience coming into it, to get to step 1 to the final goal. More than anything, it's very motivating because when do you ever get exclusive content from two sharks and just seeing them talk in action, making jokes? You see a perspective of them that you don't really see, and I really respect that because a lot of times we see these verified or famous people and we think they're different from us. But no, they're not any different. They just honed a skill. I mean, yes, we're all different, but
you know what I mean.
And time for the juicy part, the differences. So let's talk about pricing because that is a major factor. At the time, I purchased HTC for $24.97. Now it has raised to $10K. And for Jordan's course, it's $4,997. So there is a bit of a fluctuation in price, but I believe if you truly want to learn a skill, it shouldn't matter the money it takes, because if you want to do something, you're gonna do it, and when you do it, you're gonna make enough money to pay it back. So don't let the cost be the deciding factor of which one you go with. With any business, there's a lot of upsells, so you'll notice in the course, the whole time they are selling those upsells and selling the course to you, that you're almost amazed at how you're doing it. But in my opinion, since Dan Lok is a very, very, very good marketer, he does have a lot of upsells even when you're within the course. I'm just a girl. I want to be better at selling. I want to be better at my business. That's all I am, and that's my perspective. So this is a major factor that comes into play that really differentiate these two courses, and it's the community. So HTC, and I'm not like sponsored, I know I'm hyping this up. I just learned a lot from both these courses, and from a lot of people online. I can hype up a lot of these self-development business things. I just want to make that disclaimer. For HTC, there's a huge community where you're able to role play and actually physically implement these actions, and people give you feedback. There's a Discord channel where you go on, a lot of homework, and I would say the structure is different in that way. There's a lot of videos talking about Dan Lok, how he has a cult. I would say from an HTC student, at the time I was very obsessed. Now I just respect him for what he does, and he is my mentor because I did learn a lot from him. But it is a very cult-like community, not in a bad way, but where you get praised for what you do. There's like a Facebook community, and there's rewards and CIB, a lot of these events and things that Jordan's course doesn't have. But specifically each week you have homework, and it really helps with accountability, especially because you're watching these ease from the comfort of your own home. It's easy just to like observe the content and not take the action needed for it. But if you're not disciplined, like super disciplined, it's easy to just watch those videos and not take action with Jordan's courses. And for Jordan's course, I took that when I already had an influencer that I was partnered up with and closing for. So I was able to take those techniques, watch it, and implement it immediately. If you're just starting off, I would definitely start with Dan Lok's course and then take Jordan's course. The reason why I say that is exclusively because the community and what you learn from each course. Yes, there are a lot of similarities, but at the same time, there are a lot of differences. And the major thing is the environment you're putting yourself in. When you're watching these videos, it's so live and in action of what they're saying, what they're doing, and exclusive that you feel like you're almost connecting to them and you're on the same vibration. And it was really weird because my mindset shifted in a lot of ways I didn't think it would.
In very good ways.
And if you just want to purchase one course, I don't think you could go wrong with either of these. There's massive value. And of course, when they deliver this value, they're not just letting go of everything. That way they don't have a business and they're just letting you all their secrets. But it tells you so much and enough where you'll be better than 99.9999% of salesmen who hasn't taken this course. And even if you're not in sales, you're in marketing, or you just want to better your mindset, I would say these courses are good for that too. Even if you don't want to sell, even when you ask someone to merge into their lane, you're selling. I hope this video will help you make an informed decision, and stay tuned for next week if you want to know more, because I will actually be interviewing some of my HTC students who have good, bad, and ugly to say about the courses. I'll have both these courses linked down below just so you know exactly what I'm referring to. I wish you the best on this beautiful self-discovery journey. Don't forget to spread love, and I'll see you in my next video.